Hey guys, I've got a lot of questions from people as regards how I was able to secure a data analyst job in the United Kingdom. And in this video, I'm going to share with you guys the competency and the skills I was able to build in order to make myself fit for the job role of a data analyst here in the United Kingdom. Some of the courses I took that helped me to upskill myself, despite the fact that I did an MBA program here in the United Kingdom. Firstly, I want to appreciate everyone who sent me congratulatory messages as regards the last video I posted on how I was able to secure 4 job offers as a data analyst in the UK. I really do appreciate you guys. And in this video, I'm going to share with you some of the courses I took and some of the technical assessment I was given throughout the course of my interviews in different organizations here in the United Kingdom. And I need to make emphasis on the fact that if you're looking for a data analyst role in the United Kingdom, in as much as it is actually a plus or it's good for you to do a master's program in data science, data analytics, and what have you, many of these organizations are not so keen or interested in what you studied in school. Now, what you studied in school can help or give you the technical skill to make yourself fit for the role. However, they're really not interested in what you studied, however interested in what you can offer to the organizations. And I also need to say that for all the interviews I did, because of how technical the job role is, before the oral interview, the first thing they do is they give me some task to do, to present, and after the presentation, then they can then go ahead with the oral interview. So for all the interview I did to do some tests on different statistical tools, and some of the courses I'll be mentioning in this video were really helpful. I'm also going to make sure I pinpoint some of those particular tasks I was given, the part of those courses that many of those employers asked me to show my competences in them. I'll also be sharing with you guys all of those information on this channel. And it's also for me to also mention that one of the first tool I learned, or the first tool I make sure that I have adequate knowledge of before going for many of my interviews, or before going ahead to applying for any job role as a data analyst, is Excel. So it's very important for you to know that regardless of the organization you'll be working with, if you plan to work as a data analyst in the UK or in any part of the world, Excel is an important tool that you definitely use. I know so many data analysts in the UK right now that all they do, most of their job responsibilities are done on Excel only. Many of them don't even use the more sophisticated tools for data analysis. So when you're learning Excel, some of the things you need to ensure that is how to sort and filter on Excel, how to use VLOOKUP, pivot tables, how to use some of the simple formulas, the if sum, the sum, average, variance, and many of those formulas. I must also learn some basic cleaning methods on Excel. These are some of the things that you definitely should ensure that you know how to do, because when I did my one of the job interview I went for, I was tested on how to use VLOOKUP and pivot tables. So for the VLOOKUP, I was given an Excel sheet and I was told to extract some information from a different Excel spreadsheet and bring that information on the task sheet. So I had to make use of VLOOKUP. So you need to know how to use VLOOKUP and also pivot table if you're planning to go for interviews for the job role of a data analyst. So despite the fact that I've been using Excel for a couple of years, and then till I brush up my skills on some of the Excel skills. So in order to do that, I went on edX to learn a course known as Analyzing Data with Excel. And this course is a 5-week course. You need to spend about 2 to 3 hours per week on this course. It's a self-paced learning, and some of the things you're going to learn on this course, you're going to learn the fundamentals of spreadsheet application, how to perform basic spreadsheet tasks, about the importance of data quality. And this was one of the questions I was asked during my interview. Also to portrays or explain in details the importance of data quality. You're going to learn how to import files and how to analyze data using an Excel spreadsheet. So you can go on edX to learn this particular course. If you've watched this video to this level and you've been getting a lot of value, please click on the like button so this video can get to as many people as possible. And if you have any questions, please don't forget to state them in the comment section, and I'll be responding to everyone as soon as possible. The second skill I learned in order to get my job role as a data analyst in the United Kingdom is the use of SQL. Now, SQL is one of the most important statistical tools used by many organizations in the United Kingdom, and the use of SQL was one of the things I make so much emphasis on my CV when pushing out my application to different organizations. And for you who is a beginner, or for you who don't have an idea of SQL, I'm going to share with you a course that you can take to help you build your foundation on the use of SQL. Now, basically, if you want to know how to use SQL, if you currently use SQL, you must be grounded on your knowledge of a relational database management system, have an understanding of the primary keys, the foreign key, relationships between different tables, and also understand how to carry out basic SQL queries. And this is one thing I was told to do during about 90% of my interviews. I had to do some SQL queries, and some of the things you need to know is how to use the select statement, the from statement, where statement, group by, order by, joins. Most importantly, joins. I think I remember specifically, out of the 4 offers I got, 3 of those offers I had to do some joins, both the outer join, inner join. I had some data, and also I work on the organization database and query the data using SQL queries. But SQL also took a course on edX, and the course is known as SQL for Data Science. Now, this particular course is a 4 weeks course, and you need between 2 to 4 hours per week on this course, and it all depends on your ability or the level you are currently on the use of SQL. And some of the things you're going to learn on this course, you're going to learn and apply foundational knowledge of the SQL language. You're going to learn how to create a database in the cloud, how to use string, patterns, and ranges to query data, how to sort and group data in results sets and by data type, and how to analyze data using Python. And some of the things you're going to learn on this particular course. And as I said earlier, many of the recruiters or many of the organizations I did interview with tested me on how to do basic queries. They were not something so technical, they're just basic SQL queries, to be able to give some information based on their database. The truth is, many organizations in the UK, with the adequate knowledge on Excel and SQL, it's possible for you to land a good job in the UK as a data analyst. Honestly, many of the organizations I did interview with, they only tested me on Excel and SQL. Some didn't even test me on SQL. They only tested me on my skills on Excel. Now, in order to boost your chances or boost your ability to get a job role with many of these organizations, you might also want to learn the data how to carry out data visualization without necessarily using Excel. You can do some basic data visualization on Excel, to be honest. However, just to prove that you've gone beyond visualizing data or seeing a story from a data using Excel, you can also learn either Power BI or Tableau. You can decide to learn both, but for me, I decided to learn more, or I placed my attention on Power BI. And one of the particular job offer I took, that organization actually tested me on Power BI also. Before now, I do most of my data visualization on Excel. Because of when I was applying for this particular job role, one of the things they stated on there, or one of the skill they require you to have, is basic knowledge of Power BI. So I had to learn Power BI before I went for some of those interviews. And for me to achieve that, I had to go on edX, and I learned a course known as Analyzing and Visualizing Data with Power BI. It's a 4 weeks course, and you need to commit 10 to 20 hours per week on this particular course for 4 weeks. And some of the things you're going to learn on this course, you're going to learn identifying and work with business-oriented data sets, import and prepare data from loading into a data model, and you also learn how to identify different type of data, visualizations and their purpose, and create and share fully functional Power BI reports and dashboards. And these are some of the things that you need to show to your employer that you can do depending on the requirement or the criteria for that particular role. I also need to say that you don't need to go as far as learning Python and R before you start applying to getting a data analyst job in the United Kingdom. Yes, some organizations will require you to have good knowledge of R and Python. However, some other organizations don't need you to have as much knowledge. Now for me, I'm just learning Python and R just to upskill. However, my job role don't require me to have that knowledge. All I need to have knowledge on is on SQL, Excel, and a little bit of Power BI. So you can start pushing out your application if you have this basic data analysis skills. And for my CV, I know a lot of people have been asking questions on, oh, what are the things I did differently in my CV. I'm going to be making a video separately on that, on some of the things I had to change on my CV that made the difference between me getting lots of rejection email and also getting invites for interview. So if you haven't clicked on the subscribe button, click on the subscribe button below to join this amazing family, because I'll be sharing some amazing videos on my journey towards becoming a data analyst in the UK. And of course, I will also be sharing my experience with you guys on my job role as a data analyst also. So please click on the red subscribe button to join the amazing growing family. And if you find this video resourceful, please click on the like button. If you're coming across my channel for the first time, you need to just join the family, honestly. And for my 10 subscribers, I really do appreciate you guys. So this will be the end of this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.